Hello, welcome to the 25th part of the series on self-exploration. Joining the dots, contemplating, comprehending, and sharing it with you all raw. All that sounds great is the grace of all those who have blessed me, and all that sounds not so great is my limitation. So let's get going with today's concept. Parallelima. Sounds like a new word? Yes, I have coined this new word for the state I experience quite often. I did not find any suitable word in my set of vocabulary to express this feeling. And then this word came to my mind. Why not call it Parallelima? Parallelima is supporting two contradictory views at the same time. Not only supporting, it is like being two contradictory personalities at the same time. This is not indecisiveness. This is not dilemma. There is no confusion. This is not escapism either. That to make A feel good, I say I believe in your opinion, and to make B feel good, I will say I believe in your opinion when A and B are completely opposite personalities. This is not an escapism of that type. Feel good factor. This is not shrewdness also or professionalism. This is Parallelima. I am on both the lines of this parallel track at the same time and most genuinely. We have discussed some non-conventional ideas even earlier, which have a paradox in it, which are juxtaposed. But there is a shade of difference. We have talked of anti-war. In the first few episodes of self-exploration, we have discussed this concept of anti-war. In the third part of self-exploration series, we have explored one feature of this idea of anti-war, in which I have talked of supporting your opponent on the stage. He may be your competent outside the stage, or he may be your opponent on the stage. If you are a hero, he may be a villain, or if you are a villain, he may be a hero. But to bring out the drama better, we support each other on stage. Find the link to this part in the description box below if you would love to go back and listen to this concept of anti-war. How is it different than Parallelima? Anti-war believes that it is all a drama. Whatever we are doing is a drama. So support your enemy also on stage to paint his character well, so that the drama comes out good. And then backstage, you may just discuss the whole show. You may laugh over some things. You may try to improvise each other's characters backstage in the next show over a cup of coffee. That is anti-war. Parallelima is different. Parallelima does not consider that this is a drama and it's all fake. It believes what is happening is truth, not a drama. And then feeling what you feel, and also feeling an exactly opposite feeling with the same conviction at the same time. So Parallelima is different than anti-war. We have also discussed the concept of antithesis in our 17th part of self-exploration. Antithesis is perfectly in cognition with the word antithesis as described in grammar. Two opposingly concepts. Two people may differ in opinion. They may not be agreeing with each other but still respecting, like we agree to differ. I am firm on my views, but I also accept that you may have your views and they may be right in your frame. That is antithesis. But Parallelima is completely different. For those who wish to visit Antithesis, I have also put the link for that part in the description box below. You may want to revisit, you may revisit. Parallelima is not a split personality disorder also. A split personality is either A or B, one at a time. When A sleeps, B wakes up, and when B sleeps, A wakes up in the same body. And also, A and B need not be opposable personalities. They are just two different personalities taking shelter of the same body. Parallelima is being both the people at the same time, two opposite people at the same time in equal intensity and equal genuinity, equal conviction. In some of the following parts, I wish to discuss the Da Vincian module of building intelligences. Parallelima could be close to one of those modules, but it is still different. I'm time and again remembering one advertisement of a ketchup. It is different. It is different. Parallelima is a madness of its own kind. A madness only those with a similar streak of madness may be able to understand and come on the same page and enjoy and give me a high five. This part is dedicated to all such parallelimatic friends of mine. Just to put forward a few parallelimatic trends that I see in myself. Some of us like to be with ourselves. I am of that type. I love solitude. I love to be myself. I love to be alone. I'm never tired. I'm never bored when I'm alone. The bliss in solitude I have experienced, and I know it is not something to be exchanged for. Sit in your own quiet. I love it. At the same time, I also adore companionship, a tight companionship, a tight friendship. inseparability of two people, inseparability of a family, the bonding, the togetherness, constantly glued to each other. It's wow! Complementing each other's forces and making a complete unit is such a big privilege. I know it is not something to be exchanged for. Both the pleasure of solitude throughout the life and the strength of companionship throughout the life, I stand for in equal conviction. Another parallelematic trend in me: teaching is my passion. I have been in teaching for years and years, right from when I have gathered a little maturity. I am in teaching. Spent about 35 plus years in interacting with children. I also am a blessed parent, and I have met so many good teachers for my child who have selflessly taught him. And as I know as a parent, I have experienced how it feels when someone selflessly does something for a child. Not only teaching, anything someone does for your child, and parents feel like reciprocating in some form, some gift, some sweets, cards. Those are not things, those are the reflections of our gratitude that takes the form, and how we wish as a parent that the teacher accepts that from our side. It's a very pure and a very genuine feeling. कैसे शुक्रिया अदा करूं is the feeling. On the other end, as a teacher, I know we want nothing from the kids or their parents or their families in form. Teaching is our core, it is our passion. And when we see our kids doing well, that's all we need. That's all we need. Beyond the point, we don't even look at the fees as a profession in teaching. Our students pick up something, and the joy of interacting with a good student is our reward. So when some parent offers something to us, we politely refuse. We politely refuse any such gift in form. Saying no is nowhere to hurt or disrespect. It is the humble firmness of the values we stand for. And it is for these values that the parents are adoring the teacher. It is the selflessness of the teacher that makes him so favorite in the eyes of the students and parents. So there is a paradox. And I endorse both the shores, both the tracks are so pure. I am a parent who wants to give something to the teacher, and I am a teacher who wants nothing from the parent. Coming back to loving the quiet, I know there are people who literally bury themselves in their work, in some quiet corner, in pin-drop silences. They spend hours and hours on some research, on some thinking, and that is like cloud nine for them. And they don't understand what fun people draw by beating drums and dancing in processions. Are they mad? At the other end, drum beaters and procession lovers feel that people sitting in the quiet in a corner, are they mad? What is the fun they draw by putting their heads in books for hours and hours? See, life is so fun when we just dance to our guts. Two completely contradictory trends. Born and brought up in a ritualistic family, I have always enjoyed performing elaborate rituals. Long pujas for hours and hours with deep penetration, bonding with the idols. The idols are like living companions in our families. I dissolve in profound chantings or bhajans, losing myself in the beats of the mridangam and manjira. Walking at least once for the Ashadi Kartiki Wari, a popular procession in Maharashtra, is my dream. I've never done it, but I know it is a resolving experience. It's ecstatic. It's a deeply coveted feeling. I endorse it completely. The noise that dissolves you. Very sweet expression. Love for God. Celebration. Noise in the love for God. I also enjoy hours and hours of chit-chatting with friends. If not for the topics they discuss, but for the warmth that we share in this kind of an exchange. Yes, I do enjoy that also. All the same, I'm equally a person who loves to be quiet hours and hours together for the whole of my life, hibernating. No words, no thoughts, no being, dissolving in the quiet, dissolving in the noise and dissolving in the quiet, both at the same time. It is not this or that for me. It is this and that for me, both at the same time. These are just a few glimpses of the parallelematic trends in me. Many more times and in many more aspects of life, I experience Parallelima. It's a different streak of madness. And as I always say, I'm a perfect member of a mad hospital. Stay tuned. I'll be sharing some lighter notes on Parallelima in the next part. Thank you for being with me. Bye.